What's going on, everybody? Let's go. How are we doing? 49ers Seahawks for the number one seed in the NFC. Everything is to play for. This is such a huge game. Can't stress that enough. We've covered a number of really big, important games on this channel, and this feels up there with one of the bigger ones. We've done wild card games, divisional games, champion NFC championship games. We've done a Super Bowl. This obviously isn't the biggest, but it feels up there. This is definitely one of the bigger ones for sure. We got a number of people in the house. How are we doing? I am not wearing the rivalries. I actually don't own a rivalries jersey, unfortunately. Not yet, anyways. They are really nice. I did a video when they were released on my thoughts on them, and I do think they look nice. Like, I would give them like an 8 out of 10 or something. I can't remember what I said back then, but I don't have any rivalry gear, unfortunately. Not yet, anyways, but some of like the hoodies look really nice. The jerseys, yeah. Shane's in the house. Let's go. Saying, come on, you shifty. What scenario sets up a Bears rematch? That's a good question. Basically, the Bears essentially would have to, because so if the Niners, well, we'll go first off. If the Niners are the number one seed, then and if the Bears win tomorrow, the Bears would be the number two seed. So the earliest that they would see each other is the NFC Championship game. If the Niners do lose, and of course we hope that doesn't happen, the Niners would move potentially down to the number six seed, which if the Bears, basically the Niners and the Bears, I think would both have to lose for that to happen. Um, is what I believe is what's at stake, Shane. In order for that to happen, the Bears would have to lose tomorrow. The Bears and the Niners would both have to lose, and the Eagles and Rams would both have to win. And then I think it happens. But or else, yeah, I think that's the only way it can happen with, there being a game, let's say next week. Great to be back, says Big Tom. Let's go, Miss Pittsburgh. Yeah, no rivalry gear. Got a Kittle one, or yeah, Kittle one. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Kittle jersey. Kittle jersey is always a good call. About 7 minutes or so from kickoff. Yeah, I've been traveling quite a bit, up and down, the country here, country of Ireland. Um, so I've been traveling a bit. Been a bit unwell, but look, we're back. We're doing it. Glad you guys could be here. Also happy for any of those who stopped by last week. I know before then I was away for weeks and weeks at a time. A little bit like last week. I don't really want to go into that, but look, we're doing the game now. We're hopefully going to be. We're going to see what happens. Some of the big news for this game that's already happened is there is no Trent Williams, so Austin Pleasance will be in at left tackle. Also, there is no Ricky Pearsall. I was really hoping, and I mean, Ricky Pearsall was practicing during the week. He even had, I think, with like the 49ers. I need to swap out my glasses. These are the glasses I normally wear. But Ricky Pearsall was practicing during the week. He even did like a promotion with, I think, the Niners Twitter page or something, and he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a business look, wearing the black, like the rivalries," and he's inactive tonight. So for tonight's game, so that is not ideal. I thought this could be a really big Ricky Pearsall game. He had a huge game against the Seahawks. Come, he had a huge game against the Seahawks week one. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Ricky is made out of glass. I mean, it's a shit. He's a good player when he's out there. But I do think the Niners are going. I mean, there's a lot of questions surrounding this wide receiver room. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk is. I mean, he you have to say he's done with the team. There's no way I could imagine him being welcomed back into the locker room after just basically sitting out Daniel Berry sports highlights and Miss Pittsburgh. How are we doing? Drew Schumann, bang bang, let's go. And Reggae is here. We've got 23 people, guys. Like the stream, and if anyone does happen to be new here, subscribe to the channel. We should have this as a live updating subscriber count on the screen, so hopefully that is working. But yeah, it's look, there's a lot of questions surrounding the wide receiver room for next year. Ricky Pearsall's a guy where you like him when he's on the field. How he just is getting hurt. Obviously, what happened over a year ago, that's different. That's not he got shot. So obviously not a football related injury, but yeah, we just need him to stay healthy, and he is a good player. Then you have Jawan Jennings as a free agent. Ayuk, we know what's gonna happen with him. Catch NYC. Oh, Shifty, long time no see. Hope you've been well. Yeah, I've been okay, man. I've been okay. Does Brandon get a Super Bowl ring potentially? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I like the confidence in thinking that far ahead, but I don't know. The new rivalry unis are super dope. I think they even did black in the end zone. Happiest New Year's to you, broski. What's going on, Mr. Logo? Yeah, I don't know if he would get a Super Bowl ring. Again, love the optimism, love the, but I don't know the answer to that question because he hasn't played a snap or suited up or anything. So he was here in training camp, and I don't know if you were on the team for training camp, if you automatically get a ring if that team, whichever team wins, if you were on the, let's say, during training camp or what have you, that would be the case. So we'll have to wait and see. Look, this is going to be a game where anytime the 49ers defense can get a stop, that is huge. I also don't expect the Niners offense to, like we saw against the Bears, you look at the game before against the Colts where the Niners offense was just going up and down the field all night long. I don't think this Seattle defense is one of the best in the NFL. So I don't know if that's going to happen. But, look, in this, compared to week one, if we remember week one, George Kittle went out in the second quarter, and then also Jawan Jennings, he missed, I think, pretty much the entire, or most of, if not the entire second half. So, do with that information what you will. How do you think Brandon would feel if they would? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he is such an enigma. He's a good player, obviously, when he's out there and healthy. And I don't know what's going on. Tommy, how are we doing, buddy? Got to chat with you a little bit yesterday. I know you're not going to be here in this stream for most of the night, but worried about the defense too, man. Anytime Christian's in the house, let's go. Anytime the defense can get a stop, that's a huge win, So if he's on the roster, you have to spend another $200K on that ring. Interesting. Ask Denver if we can get a mulligan on Huff and Greenlaw. Yeah. I was so worried for you. Yeah, man. Look, things are okay. I need to pull up this freaking stream here for the game. We are moments away here from kickoff between San Francisco and Seattle for the number one seed. So remember, thank you also for I appreciate the concern, Christian. Yeah, it's been a interesting couple of months or so. But yeah, I'm okay. We're here. We're doing the game. Super stoked. Let's see what the 49ers can bring out. Oof, this is going to be a big one. It is obviously a huge game, but it has that feeling around it as well. Brandon did nothing last year but get hurt again. His value is so low, he will be lucky if he gets a spot with the Giants. We have Ramesh. Let's go. There we go in India. Good for you, man. Look, that's awesome. The dedication to be up that early, to be watching the 49ers. Hell yeah, let's go. Welcome back, Shifty. Good to see you again, says Victor. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, look, I mean, that's for the off season to figure out, but you have major question marks in the wide receiver room. You know, you look at, yeah, Ayuk's not going to be back. Jawan Jennings is a free agent. Pearsall, you know, how reliable is he with regards to injuries? Of course, again, not talking about what happened prior to the 2024 season because that's different. But this year just hasn't been able to stay on the field. Kendrick Bourne's a free agent. You know. Alrighty, folks. So it's showing that it's about, looks like it's a 7 minutes or so away from kickoff. Or is it ready now? What's going on? I thought kickoff was at 5 p.m. Pacific time, but it's showed up there. It's going to be another 7 minutes or so. So this is a big game, though. Big game. Fest Life. How you doing? Good to see you. F Bones. Those uniforms remind me of the Condor Club marquee. Interesting. All right. I mean, I like the font a lot. Love this. Oh, they're showing like national anthem, everything like that. How you getting? Good says, I'm okay, Flesh. I'm okay. Just got back into Galway, and yeah, I've been okay, man. Been all right. Just yeah, hanging in there. Um, yeah, sorry I haven't been around. I will send you a message tomorrow. But yeah, look, this is a huge game here. Huge game. 49ers, Seahawks. Yeah, I just got back home ready for this game. So yeah. Looks like a lot of red and black in the stands. Yeah, certainly does look like it. Certainly does look like it. I barely see any Sea Chicken fans. Oh man, those rivalry jerseys do look good. They do look good. Um, yeah, they do look good. I hope Sam starts to see ghosts again. The pressure of this game will weigh on. I mean, there's a ton of pressure. You know, whoever wins this is the number one seed. And also, you know, just throwing it out there was an update from the reporter Matt Barrows that Fred Warner is eyeing a return in the divisional game. Glad all is well, and glad we get to appreciate this game with you. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, glad to happy to be here. Um, wow, who is that? Cassandra DeFrucio. We're going to need that turnover chain. I got the turnover chain handy. You know, this season it's been. Don't get me wrong. There were points during the season where it was collecting some dust, but hopefully we can break it out a few times tonight. Come on. Come on, let's go. So it's actually, yeah, it's a few more minutes. They're doing the national anthem right now. I have the volume muted. Otherwise, I would look, and it's important to pay your respects for the country. Crazy news out of Venezuela. I don't want to turn this into any kind of political stream, but apparently there's, yeah, it's some crazy stuff going on in Venezuela. I'm not buying Fred coming back for the playoffs. Just shut Freddie down? No chance. No, I disagree. I disagree. DJ Gene, how are we doing, buddy? It's been a while, man. I know that's primarily my fault, but yeah. It's been a while. Good to see you. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, don't forget to drop a like on the stream as well. Crazy guy is here. Crazy guy. Don't tell me you're betting or rooting against the Niners again, crazy guy. I mean, come on now. Got that cool flyover. You got fireworks going off in Levi Stadium. That's awesome. That's good. Good to see. Dude, my heart is racing for this game. We've covered bigger games. Who has more pressure? Niners or the Seahawks? I think both teams do. I mean, I think Sam Darnold has a ton of pressure because of his, you know, reputation as not being able to play well in the big game. So there's a ton of pressure on him to excel. Um, but I think also for the 49ers, there's a ton of pressure because look, I mean, the Seahawks clearly would love a bye week as well. So that goes without saying. But I think the Niners, if you get the bye week, then you've by the divisional game, then you would have Trent Williams back healthy. You'd have Ricky Pearsall back healthy, and according to according to some reports, maybe Fred Warner will be back. I feel like both teams have a ton of pressure. Yeah, I mean they do. It's for the number one seed. And as Kyle Shanahan said, this is a basically a playoff. I mean, this is a playoff game. You have to think of it like a playoff game because if you win, then you skip the wild card round and you would have home field advantage. So it's a bummer that Ricky Pearsall couldn't go. Jigba, first 300 game in history, huh? Five. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. 49ers win the. Let's see. No beers tonight, Gene. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, that'll be just as if not more traumatic than seeing the Dodgers. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I hate the Dodgers as well. I'm a Giants fan, so I cannot stand the Dodgers. Would you rather be up four at the end and have to hold on defense or be down seven? Oof. Good question. I don't know. That's a great question. It's a really good question. Um, Probably have the ball in Purdy's hands, but yeah, I mean, that's a close one. That's a close one. I mean, it depends how far down the field you have to go and those sort of things, and time left and all that. So, but yeah, and like how many timeouts and time left and field position. But to generally answer your question, I think maybe have the ball in Purdy's hands. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a really good question actually. Niners have might have more pressure because they can fall to the sixth seed, which means on the road to Philly. That's true as well. That's true. Um, the Yeah, because if the Seahawks lose, the worst they can fall to is the number five seed. So the number five seed is going to play either Tampa Bay or Carolina. Now Tampa Bay beat Carolina just about an hour, maybe less than an hour ago. However, so they both have the same record at 8-9. However, where things change a little bit there is that if Atlanta beats New Orleans tomorrow, Carolina's in. If the Saints win, then the Buccaneers are in. We're just about ready here for kickoff. The Niners will be kicking it off to the Seahawks. So the Seahawks will get the ball first. Niners will get the ball to start the second half. Oh, you like the score. There you go. Thank you, Gene. Kickoff is away. It's going to be taken, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Seahawks will get the ball first instead of the 35-yard line. There is a flag on the play. So we'll have to see what the flag is here, which Sam Darnold at least seems to think it's against the 49ers. It's against the Seahawks. So it is against the Seahawks. So it was I think a false start against the Seahawks. So it's going to be first and 10, I believe, from the 30-yard line. So normally, of course, it is from the 35 if it's a touchback, but this will be from the 30-yard line. Seahawks. First and 10. Here we go. Darnold in the pistol. Kenneth Walker behind him. Smith and Jigba showing motion. Snap is away. Darnold looking, throws it quick, caught by Rashid Shaheed. Gets about maybe 2 or so yards on the play. Rashid coming back from a concussion. And the Seahawks are also, I mean, we're down Trent Williams. The Seahawks are down Charles Cross, and their backup who's playing was questionable for this game. So I think if you're going to attack, it's the left tackle Jones who you attack. 2nd and 7, they're calling it for Seattle. Darnold behind center, Walker is the back. 4 down lineman for the Niners. Snap is away, hands it off right side, and gets a good run. 1st down, Seattle Seahawks. Ridden out of bounds by Jair Brown. That's a 1st down. Susan, let's go. Good to see you. Illegal formation, excuse me. I saw the shifty backs. Thank you so much, Susan. Appreciate you. Let's go. 1st down for the Seattle Seahawks on the run by Kenneth Walker. It's 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Darnold behind center. The lone back is Walker. Shaheed goes in motion. Snap is away. Play action. Dumps it off here to Walker. Walker's got a head of steam. 1st down, Seattle. Down to the 49ers 39, maybe 38-yard line. And that's a pickup of about 22 for Seattle. Seattle moving the ball. Just a quick dump off. And those are the plays that really hurt San Francisco. Using the Niners' aggressiveness on defense against us. At the 39-yard line, 1st and 10, Seattle. Darnold behind center. Man in motion is Shaheed. Zone coverage for the Niners. And they hand it to Charbonnet up the middle, who gets a good gain, about 6 yards on the play. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Pickup of 6 for Seattle. Alrighty, 2nd and 4 at the Niners 33. Darnold behind center. Lone back is Charbonnet again. 3 receivers and a tight end. Changing up the play call. JSN goes in motion. Renardo Green is in the game. They hand it off to Charbonnet again, and that's a good stop there. Malik Mustafa coming down. Sorry, yeah, that was Mustafa, it looks like, coming down, laying a big hit. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Seattle. Is it just me? Does everyone seem slow? I don't know. I think it seems okay. Nice tackle. D. Winters and Malik Mustafa just laying a big hit on Charbonnet. This is a big play. Anytime the Niners defense can make a stop, you got a guy in the crowd who's dressed and looks exactly like Kyle Shanahan. 3rd and 4, Darnold in the gun. Charbonnet to his left. Snap is away, looking to throw. Throws it, caught, 1st down. He had so much time back there. Down to the Niners 23-yard line. 24, I think they're calling it. Looks like he was under pressure there a little bit. That was Eric Saubert, the former 49er. Yeah, just no pressure on Darnold. They only rushed 4. Bryce Huff was, or that was Sam Okuwana was pretty close, but Darnold just had so much time and hard to hold up in coverage that long. 1st and 10, Seattle at the Niners 24. I formation behind Darnold. They do hand it off right side. Cuts back in the middle as Kenneth Walker gets a big gain. Pickup of 8 on the play for Seattle. 2nd and 2 coming up. Seahawks are just driving down the field. And look, I think we have an idea. It's going to be this type of game. The defense is no good. So the defense kind of stinks. So it is what it is, I guess. 2nd and 2. 2 backs in the backfield behind Darnold, and they hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be 1st down. Charbonnet gets down. It's going to be 1st and goal from around the 10. So I think that Susan's right. Tennille, how are we doing? Great to see you again. Seattle copying Bears. Yeah. I think Susan's right there. If you got to hold them to 3. That's the big thing here. Can the defense hold them to 3? 1st and goal from just at the 10-yard line. Darnold behind center. Tight end in motion. Back is Charbonnet. Snap, looking to throw. Darnold's got time, throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. And they're calling a flag on Lenore, so that's going to be pass interference. And that's going to be first and goal from the 1. Lenore called for pass interference. I'd have to see the I mean, he is holding his arm a bit, so yeah, I don't know. First and goal from the 1, so I think this is after that call, it's you're kind of giving up. Lenore brought to the sideline now. Weird, you'd almost never see Lenore not out there. Yeah, I mean, if we had Bosa, Warner, and Michael, yeah, that'd help. But first and goal from the 1, Darnold behind center, I formation, really heavy set formation, fakes the handoff, looking, and Darnold gets sacked and loses about maybe 13, 14 yards on the play. And that's a nice job, San Francisco. I don't even know who that was. Who sacked him? Tatum Bethune, it looks like. Tatum Bethune, the linebacker, comes on a blitz. So they did a play action. The Niners defense covered it well. It was all tight ends and the running back. And Darnold gets sacked, loses about 12, 13 yards. Tatum Bethune on the sack. Second and goal from the 12. Nice job defense right there. Darnold behind center. Hands it off to Charbonnet. Get him down, guys. Get him down. Gets about pickup of about 4 yards. It's going to be third and goal from the 8. Can you hold him to 3? If you hold him to 3 here, that's huge. Come on, guys. Hold him to 3. Hold him to 3. Got to get even though there's no great pass rushing unit right now, you got to get the best one out there. Okuwanu, Bryce Huff. So the Seahawks offense is in 6s and 7s, and they're going to have to call a timeout. They do call a timeout because they didn't know what they were doing. Alrighty, so the defense has done a good job to rebound after, on first and goal from the 1, you get the big sack, Tatum Bethune, they lose 11 yards on the play. And then so it's third and goal officially from the 8-yard line. There's 8:09 left in the first quarter. So, long drive for Seattle. Got to hold them to 3. Purdy staying loose on the sideline. More like Tatum. Baboom. I agree. That's a good one, actually. Tatum Baboom laying the boom. 8:09 to go. Seahawks coming out of their timeout. Darnold's in the gun. Back to his left. Snap is away. Hands it off to Charbonnet and gets tackled at the 5-yard line. Nice job, 49er defense. I think Seattle, you bring out the field goal unit if you're Seattle. Seattle, I think we're trying to catch the Niners off guard, maybe run the ball, get it to fourth and goal from the 2 or so, or maybe they would look to score. Disciplined 49ers defense. Nice job there, Jair Brown and Upton Stout. So I think that the offense is staying out there for Seattle. The offense is staying out there. Fourth and goal from the 4. Are they going to try and draw him offside maybe? No, they're going for it. Darnold throws it, end zone, incomplete, no flags, incomplete. And that's a big play defense, no flags on the play. Darnold screaming like a little baby looking for a flag. And Upton Stout on the coverage. Let's go. 49ers ball. So after that long drive, come on, let's go. After that long drive, nothing for Seattle. 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Whoo-wee. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, good stop defense. Come on. Let's go. Let's get pumped up. Come on, defense. Let's go. Darnold yelling like a little baby asking for a flag. Not going to get one. They already got one. They already got a pass interference, which was, I think, maybe more a defensive holding than anything. Yeah, I think at Bones, I think you're right. I think that they should have just taken the 3 points. When you're on the road, take the lead. You go down there. Their offense, they would have to be still feeling pretty good about themselves, the way they move the football. You have the lead, you go from there. But now, yikes. 49ers offense is about to go to work. Whew. Darnold trying to Mahomes. Yeah, basically, he's trying to just influence the refs, which I get it. I would probably do the same in his position, or if the same thing happened with the Niners, I'd be like, yeah, call for a flag. Bro, my bartender is a Bears fan and he gave me the side A with all my Niner gears on. Love it. Gotta show off, man. Showing off the rep in the Niners. Love to see it. How do you have the ball in the one and not score at least three? Yeah, that's just a bad series of plays. I mean, on first and goal at the one, I mean, the fact that they go for this play action, the Niners did a great job covering it, and then just sack, you lose. They lost 11 yards. You just can't do that. I mean, if I were them, they were running the ball pretty well. I would just run the ball up the middle, see what happens. Alrighty, Niners ball, first and 10 at our own 4 yard line. 7:23 to go in the first quarter. So that was a long drive for Seattle, which got nothing. Great coverage by Upton Stout. I mean, Stout did a great job. They're saying that maybe the Renardo Green was, I don't know. Either way, 49er football. First and 10 at the 4. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Snap is away. McCaffrey gets about 3 yards on the play. Mac Jones will be somebody's number one next year. That's true. Does that not count as bending? Does that count as bending but not breaking? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, Mac Jones, I could absolutely see him. I mean, look, it's great to have a good backup, but if a team offers like a top 50 pick in the draft, then sure. Second and 7 from our own 7 yard line. Purdy's in the gun. Snap is away, looking to throw. Purdy throws it, going to be caught, and it's going to be a pickup of about 5 on the play. Kind of harder to tell with these jerseys who's catching it. So remember, there's no, I think it was Juszczyk who caught that one, but there's no Trent Williams, no Ricky Pearsall. Trent Williams tried to go, but not to be. Third and 3, so they were calling that a pickup of 4. Kittle in motion, Brock in the gun, McCaffrey to his left. Snap is away, looking, throws it, and that's incomplete. No flags on the play, so 4th and 3. Niners go 3 and out. Bro, they look so cool in the huddle. I mean, I like the look of the jersey. It can be just a little bit difficult it can be a little difficult to see which player's which. Just not used to them. Purdy and Jennings not on the same page there. So not great. 3 and out for the San Francisco offense. Morstead punts the ball away. Shaheed takes it at the 39. Gets tackled around midfield, so it's going to be great field position for the Seahawks. Yeah, it definitely looked like miscommunication there between Jennings and Purdy. Jennings kind of sat on the route. Purdy expected him to go out. There is a flag on the play, face mask. It's against San Francisco, I think. Yes, and that is a face mask. Oh God. Like you can't be doing that in like the biggest game of the year. That's awful. So face mask against the 49ers. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at the Niners 35-yard line. That 3-and-out was brutal. These freaking bots, my man. Thank you guys for taking care of those. Purdy Party comes crashing earth. Man, you are such a hater, dude. Seahawks D-line looks big and tough. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of good players. Leonard Williams, Byron Jones, DeMarcus Lawrence, Boy, like they got a lot of good players. One possession doesn't define exactly. I mean, Wackabot, DJ, nice. Our defense gonna own time of possession. Yeah, I mean, look, we gotta figure something out now, but I think at this point, if you're San Francisco, a bit like, I mean, you're kind of playing to not give up a touchdown, to not give up a big play, not give up a touchdown. That's the goal. That would be in, because the Seahawks have the ball 1st and 10 at the Niners 35 after the face mask penalty. I think his name was Gallo or something, like a backup linebacker. Like, I'd be like, dude, you have one more chance. If you do something like that again, you're off the team. Don't forget to like the channel. Thank you, Eddie. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, if anyone's new here. Thank you. All right, we should be back in action. Yes, we're back in action right now. They're showing some clips of previous matchups between the 49ers and the Seahawks. Some big ones. Alrighty. Second drive of the game for Seattle. They have amazing field position thanks to the frickin' stupid face mask. I mean, either way, they'd have good field position, but this is just set up perfectly. I formation for Sam Darnold at the Niners 35-yard line. Snap. They do hand it off. Cuts it upfield is Walker. Gets about 3 yards on the play. That's a nice tackle. It's a nice tackle by, I think it was Cleveland Farrell. Former top 10 overall pick. Where's Pearsall? He's hurt. Apparently, he was practicing for a good chunk of the week and then can't make the game. So, what can you do? 2nd and 7 for the Seahawks at the Niners 32-yard line. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. I formation for Seattle. Snap. Darnold looking to throw it quickly. Does throw it quickly. Caught by Smith-Njigba. Run out of bounds by Renardo Green. Short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Just a quick out route. Renardo Green in that kind of zone coverage. But yeah, I agree, Gene. Totally. 3rd and 2. Another big play here for this Niners defense. Darnold behind center. Lone back is Charbonnet. Niners with everyone at the line of scrimmage. They do hand it off, and it's going to be touchdown Seahawks. Well, maybe not. Yeah, touchdown Seahawks, Charbonnet. Breaking tackles, and it's a touchdown Seattle. Just too easy. Damn it. Oh no, our defense sucks again. Ugh. That was Tatum Bethune and Eric Kendricks, I think, who blew that. No, it was Bethune. Yeah, that's where you miss a guy like Fred Warner. Touchdown, yeah, the touchdown is obviously confirmed. Kick is up and good for Seattle. So 7-0 Seattle. They strike first. Move the ball up. Tatum Bethune really misread that. He committed way too much. It looked like the run was going to go maybe to the just between, let's say, the center and right guard. The running back cut it out to the left, and Bethune had just committed so hard crashing down that, yeah, not great. So now the 49ers offense, which is the strength of our team, we're going to have to come out and do something. This makes my eyeballs twitch. Mary's in the house. Let's go. The Cyclone gal. Thank you. Great to always see you, Mary. 49ers just gave up a touchdown run to Zach Charbonnet, to the Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet. And it was 3rd and 2. Niners sold out to stop the run, but they just didn't play it that well, unfortunately. That whole thing took 11 minutes, too. That's right. We're going to have to score 40 again. I think we're going to have to at least hit, 30. Minimum 30, which is not going to be easy. Goodbye, bot. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you guys for taking care of that. Yeah, I just don't get the point of the bots. I mean, who is actually clicking the links? And I don't get it. It just seems like such a waste of time. I know that it's not even people behind those accounts. It's just whatever program or something, but still. So 7-0 Seattle. Yeah, Niners. I do have to respect that they sold out to stop the run, and they were correct in their call. It was just a kind of run up the middle, but I don't like the way that Bethune played that. He just did not commit to it at all. It cost the bots nothing. That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We needed to capitalize on that turnover. I think, well, yes, but I also think that we just needed to get even a few first downs. And then, even if you have to punt, you get like 2 or 3 first downs, punt, and then flip the field position back. But this defense, I mean, you can't be having the Seahawks start, at your 35-yard line. You just can't. Like this defense, the way that is gonna force offenses to have to drive down the field. Kick is away, and it's going to be taken. It's going to be a touchback. So the Niners will start at the 35-yard line. Offense, second drive of the game. Best road record in first 2 seasons. George Seifert was 16-0. Wow. We're going to need Lady Luck tonight. Bethune is still our mic. That is correct. Alrighty. 4:29 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 35. Purdy's going to be in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Jennings splits out. They hand it to McCaffrey up the middle. Only gets a yard and a half. Yeah, this Seattle defense is a lot better than the Bears defense. They're giving it a pickup of 2. I'm listening from under the dash of a 1969 Toyota Land Cruiser. That's awesome. To promote dog rescue, that's great. 2nd and 8 for San Francisco after the pickup of 2 on the play. Purdy's in the gun again. Jennings splits out wide again. This time they are going to pass it. Purdy steps up, going to get sacked on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Not a good start for this Niners offense at all. 3 and out, and it's looking like potentially another 3 and out. And look, nobody's getting open. There is no option for Purdy. I mean, he had a bit of time, but there's just nowhere for him to go. So in the gun, 3rd and 9 from our own 36. Purdy steps up, dumps it off to Jennings. Jennings fights for it, but he's not going to get the first down. Thank you, Andrew. So it is going to be 4th down, And Purdy's going to go back to the sideline. Ugh. It's 4th and a long one. Damn. Yeah, I think you have to punt the ball. Missing Trent Williams, but also really missing Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall is a guy who can kind of get that separation. Fair catch called for by Shaheed. So the Seahawks will get the ball at their own 18. So the last thing that you wanted to do was for the offense to 3 and out. Just not good at all for this 49ers offense, which clearly is the strength of the team, but it's just not happening right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not that was such a big, because I thought like Ricky Pearsall had such a big game week 1 against Seattle that we really needed him, and man, like him not being out there, that's not good. I do agree with you, Andrew. You feel like the Niners defense, albeit unlikely, the Niners defense is going to have to get a stop here pretty quickly, because you don't want to have to go into where the Seahawks can just tee off on you, like, blitzing and pressuring the quarterback. I mean, home field's not doing much. I don't have the volume on, so I can't hear the crowd noise or anything, but yeah, gotta get loud. But it's just stupid penalties. Like the Niners special teams has actually been good this year. But just stupid penalties like that, like to the face mask on the punt return, like 15 free yards. You just like you can't do that to your defense when you know your defense is not very good. But yeah, it'd be great now I mean, a turnover would be so huge right now for the 49ers if we can somehow force a turnover or even just get the ball back with like relatively decent field position. Defense has got to find ways to make plays. Find a way to make a play. So it is 7-0 Seattle. There's 2:26 to go in the first quarter. Seattle has the ball. It's going to be their third drive of the game at their own 18. Yeah, Seattle is going pretty heavy with like 2 tight ends and extra offensive linemen. And yeah, Bethune just kind of blew that. Also, Mustafa needed to kind of push him out of bounds, but here we go. 1st and 10 Seattle. Darnold's got I formation behind him, 2 receivers and a tight end. Tight end goes in motion. This is going to be play action, I think. Snap. Nope, they do hand it off up the middle. And a big gain for Kenneth Walker up to the Niners' 38-yard line. That's a pickup of 20. 20-yard gain for Seattle right there, just up the middle. Niners just getting bullied in the trenches right now. Ugh. Jordan Elliott just whiffing on a tackle. So 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 38. Behind center is Darnold. Hands it off right side. Gets about a yard. So better job there, defense, with the contain. We're getting carved up like a Christmas ham. Yikes. Defense doesn't exist. It's feeling that way a little bit. It is 2nd and 9, so they did get a good stop there on 1st down, but got 2 more downs to go, so Seattle's had a lot of success running the ball, so they might just stick with it. Darnold is in the gun. Charbonnet to his right. Kupp goes in motion. Niners playing quite a few players near the line of scrimmage. Snap is away. He is looking to throw. Darnold throws it wide open. JSN. 1st down to just inside 49er territory. This could get ugly fast. I hate to say it, but yeah. No matter what happens, though, no one expected it. That's true. That's true, Christian. That is very true. Just need someone to step up, and 8 first downs for Seattle, 0 for the 49ers. Like, that's just, like, this is like the worst way this game could have started. Snap is away. Darnold hands it off up the middle. Gets met at the line of scrimmage. That's a good job there, Jair Brown. Trying to fire up the team. 2nd and 9. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Unless they go hurry. But this is, you know. Oh, they're actually going hurry here. They might just try and draw the Niners offside. And it is the end of the first quarter. Yeah, you can't have 2 drives going nowhere with the Niners offense. Oh, it was a false start? Okay, so there's actually a second left on the clock. Well, now it's the end of the first quarter, but there's actually a false start on Seattle, which is really good news. Wow, that's pretty big right there. If the 49ers win, it's going to be yet another freakish, weird game. They will get no penalties, says Susan, and then they got one. So at the end of the first quarter, when we come back, it's going to be 2nd and 15 for Seattle. Vinovich flagging the O-line. What parallel universe is this? Yeah, the Niners just have to find some ways to get, you got to find ways to get stops. But the offense, look, at the end of the day, how much so far? You see, 7 points given up, time of possession, Seattle is heavily favored. You're like, oh, the Niners defense hasn't played well. And I'm not saying that they have played well, but you force the turnover on downs on the first drive. Niners offense, 3 and out. You punt the ball away. Then you get a flag on top of it that Seahawks have the ball at your 35-yard line. They score a touchdown. You want your offense to go down, maybe even score 3, even have some time of possession, and they don't. So this Niners offense, I put the blame so far on the Niners offense right now. 2 drives, 2 3 and outs. Yeah, imagine Bosa, Warner, and Michael on this defense. Yeah, it would be a lot better, but it is what it is. We're missing it. I just think defense can't cover in zone or man. It's so bad. Well, I think the issue is, and what you're going to have to do at some point is, at this point now, it's still early in the game. You don't have to go all out trying to you don't have to make like a massive splash play if you're San Francisco. You just have to get stops. But as we get into the second half, especially, that's where you're going to need to really just bring the house, really just bring the house with blitzes. And another short week too. Can teams use imaginary defense? Yeah, the Niners, yeah, it's a short week, but it's a short week for Seattle too. So I don't like using that as any kind of excuse. Like for Seattle, it's they played earlier last Sunday, but they were also in Carolina on the East Coast, and then they would have had like a 5-6 hour flight home. So okay, 2nd and 15, start of the second quarter. Darnold in the gun, JSN in the backfield. Kenneth Walker split out wide. Snap is away. They're actually working with that. Throws it out wide, going to be caught, makes a guy miss, and gets a first. And it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown JSN. The Niners defense didn't even try tackling. Are they saying that he was out of bounds? He is. I think he's out of bounds. He did go out of bounds, but it is a first down. It's first down Seattle. He went out of bounds, but I mean, this defense is just atrocious. No, yeah, he stepped out, but there's nobody tackling. Like, what the hell is going on? First and 10 now for Seattle at the Niners, 37. And we can't make a tackle. Charbonnet gets a first down on first down. So pickup of 11. Yeah, man, this CJ West looks like he's slow to get off the field. Bad angle there taken by Mustafa. Yeah, this defense is just Swiss cheese, and when your offense is doing nothing as well. I mean, if you got to hold in the 3, that's going to be the motto for the whole game. Darnold behind center. They're going to fake the pitch to the right. Darnold looking, got so much time in the pocket. Throws it downfield, incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Good coverage downfield by the 49ers. Ugh, God. Give credit where it's due. That was, I mean, down the field, there was good coverage. He took out his legs. Second and 10 at the Niners 26. I formation behind Darnold. I think they run the ball. They've been having so much success with it. Niners got 7 guys in the box. And they do. Right side. Get him down. And a big loss there. Nice job, Sam Okuanu. That's a loss of about 4 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Who are those guys in the club? Wang. 3rd and 14 for the Seahawks. Looks like they're struggling to make their substitutions. Gotta get a stop here. You have to get a stop here. Come on, defense. 3rd and 14, play clock winding down. They just get the ball off. Quick pass out to Walker, and that's a good stop. Upton Stout. There you go. 4th and 14, holding to 3. So good job there by the defense. Now, obviously, it's going to be a field goal attempt. Pretty long field goal attempt, so this isn't a gimme necessarily. Got tackled at the 29, so this will be about a 47-yarder. So it should be very makeable for Myers, but it's not a gimme. Come on, if he's ever going to miss a field goal. Snap is away, kick is up, and he's pushed it! He missed it! He missed it! Wide right! Jason Myers misses the field goal. Wide right, and that's going to be good field position for the 49ers offense now. That'll be from the 30. We'll have the ball to 37, our own 37. So that's a huge play right there. So now the Niners offense needs to go down, and we need to score a mother-loving touchdown. Cash NYC, thank you. Thank you for taking care of that. Let me moderator. And then, so I'm just going to add a few more mods. I'm going to add a few more mods to the channel just so we can for all of you guys who were here, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Cool. All right. I've added Andrew and Susan. You are now moderators. So just so we can spread it out, who is, and Reggae as well. You are also a Reggae. You are also a moderator too. Melissa's here. All good, Melissa. No worries. Yeah, bots have been coming in hot and heavy. So, oh, Mark as well. Mark's been a long time watcher of the get Mark. There we go. All right. Yes. So good point. Two, I mean, well, they weren't in the red zone there necessarily, but yeah, two. Look, they've had 3 trips deep in our to Neil as well. They've had 3 trips pretty deep into 49er territory, and they've really gone nowhere. Seattle bots, yeah. All right. Time of possession, 14 minutes for Seattle, 3:34 for the 49ers. They've had 24 plays, 150 yards. We've had 6 plays, 15. This is where things have to change. Ricky Pearsall, that's really annoying that he's out, dude. Really annoying. 1st and 10 at our own 37. Purdy's in the gun. McCaffrey to his left. Use check motions out. They fake the handoff. Quick pass here to Kittle. And Kittle's going to get rumbled downfield and gets about maybe 5-6 yards on the play. So that's going to be 2nd and 5, maybe 2nd and 4. Good to see George Kittle out there. They're calling it 2nd and 4. Remember, there's no Trent Williams, no Ricky Pearsall. Use check Kittle, McCaffrey, Demarcus Robinson, and Jawan Jennings on the field. Less than 12 minutes to go in the half. Use check splits out. Snap is away. Purdy dumps it off here. McCaffrey first down. 49ers into Seattle territory, down to the Seattle 47. Seattle has the most sacks with 18. Those glasses look so small on Trent's big head, don't they? Jennings seems to be less than his best today. Not much energy. I think Jennings needs to get the ball a couple of times. But a nice pickup, 1st down yardage there for San Francisco. We're into Seattle territory. 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 48. Fakes the handoff. Dumps it off here to Jennings. Jennings gets thrown down. It's going to be a loss of 1. Ugh. A lot of this really horizontal play, like 2nd and 11 now. A lot of just like so much play that's horizontal. Just, yeah, don't love that. The Seattle defense can swarm. It's fast. It's really good. So rather be going north and south here. Purdy's in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Trips receivers down low. Snap is away. Purdy's looking over the middle. Caught. And that's going to be, it was caught by Jennings. He's hurt. Looks like he took a shot on the play. Jennings saying he's okay. Did he get there kind of early? Was that... I think that was just really good coverage. Ugh. I hate to say it, but I think that was just good coverage. Yeah, they're trying to get Jennings involved there, but 3rd and 11. This is not where you want to be against this Seattle defense. In the gun, McCaffrey to his right. 2 receivers down low, tight end receiver up top. Now McCaffrey splits out. Snap is away, 4-man rush. Purdy steps up into the pocket. Purdy's going to run for it. Cuts outside. Purdy's going to be just shy of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and maybe 2 or 4th and 1. And I think if you're San Francisco, you have to go for it. 4th and 1 they're calling it. I'm going to say it's probably 4th and a long 1. Jennings back into the game, but I think you have to go for it. McCaffrey's in the game. Jennings, Demarcus Robinson, Bourne, and Kittle. No use check. Purdy is in the gun. McCaffrey to his right, looking to throw it. And it's going to be a challenge from Seattle, I think. Yeah, it's a challenge from Seattle. They're going to challenge the spot of the ball, I assume. Go for it. Nothing to lose at this point. Definitely just a rib. Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, on first thought, I thought maybe that Jennings took a shot to the helmet or something like that, but no, that was a good coverage, good tackle. They're challenging the spot on the field, so it's well, or are they? Because it's 4th and 1. Yeah, Seattle's challenging the spot on the field. Oof, yeah, that might be 4th and 2, I would say. So I think Seattle's going to win that challenge. It'll be 4th and 2, which I still think you go for it. No, it's 4th and 1. I can't tell you what's going on. Niners changing up the play call here. 4th and 1. Purdy gets rid of it. Incomplete. Under so much pressure. And that's going to be a turnover. They didn't challenge. Not reviewable. Incomplete. I mean, looking for Juszczyk in the flat. Almost intercepted. Even if Juszczyk caught it. That's brutal. Yeah, that's brutal. Damn. Damn. I mean, we know that Seattle has a good defense, but I did think the Niners would be able to do a little bit more. Seattle for sure winning in the trenches. I mean, Seattle was ready for the run there, and then there was just they blew our momentum with the fake timeout. I mean, it did force the Niners to have to. We did look for a different play then, but either way, 4th and 1, you got to make it. I've already said it probably 50 times, and I'll say it another 100 times, but man, no, I think that the X factor today would have been Ricky Pearsall on offense, and him not like being able to suit up, like that's devastating. Like he was the guy getting open all of the time, and also no Trent Williams doesn't help. But yeah, right now I'm not looking super confident in the 49ers offense. This isn't on Kyle yet. No, I mean, look, Peter says 49ers play crap. Yeah, the offense just hasn't really been there. Um, I mean, the Seahawks are just they're dominating the trenches for sure on both sides of the ball, and that's a problem. Look, I actually think the defense has played okay so far. Um, Doing that whole bending but not breaking. So I think that you're going to have to maybe if the defense can force some kind of big turnover. Ricky couldn't even fake it, be a decoy? I guess not. I maybe want to see, look, I know it's a huge game, but I maybe want to see the rookie Jordan Watkins out there. That guy has 4.3 speed. No other 49er can run as fast as him. So 1st and 10 Seattle. This game has not gone the way that we were hoping or expecting. 150 yards to only 39 yards. I mean, the Niners offense should at this point be apologizing to the defense. Come on, defense. 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 39. Darnold just in the pocket's got so much time wide open as JSN and down to the 49ers 42. I mean, the difference between the two teams and the offense, it's just absolutely like ridiculous. Darnold is back there with all day. Yeah, that's just great route. Just all the time in the world. I mean, yeah. Well, let's see how it plays out. Seahawks hand it off on first down, and they get a couple of yards. Good job. It looked like he actually had a lot of room to work with, but a nice tackle there by the Niner defense. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. And if you can somehow, some way find a way to get some stops, to just get a couple of, you just get a stop here, get the ball back, and maybe do something before halftime. Here we go. 2nd and 8 for Seattle. Lone back is Walker. Got everyone in tight. Rashid goes in motion. Snap is away. Hands it off up the middle. And Walker gets a few yards, maybe 3 or 4. 4 yards, we'll call it. 3rd and 4 coming up for Seattle. This feels like the Texans game, just getting outplayed. A little bit, actually, yeah. A little bit. Time for a big stop here, 49ers. Come on. Time for a big stop here. 3rd and 4. Darnold in the gun. Walker is back there with him. Quite a bit to his left. So I don't think they're going to be running it. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Under pressure immediately and just escapes out of it. First down. And man, we had him dead to rights in the backfield, but Darnold had some good athleticism there. Makes a guy miss. Niners bring a pressure. Blitz in the A-gap. And just made him miss. And that looks like a player down for San Francisco as well. Yeah, clock is stopped. I think it's D. Winters. Linebacker is down. We need the chain. I couldn't agree more with you. There's a 49er down. I think it's D. Winters, but I could be wrong. Compared to remember the other all-black uniforms the Niners had, it is easier to tell the numbers on these ones, but it's still a little bit difficult. But D. Winters down at he immediately, that could be an ankle or something. Hard to say, but just brutal. Damn. I mean, a great play call from Robert Saleh. Called the blitz and just right up the middle, and it was wide open. And Sam Darnold kind of shook D a little bit, and then I think he kind of got his ankle, I don't know if it was like rolled up on by an offensive lineman, but like it wasn't anything like malicious, but yeah, there was definitely no malice behind this injury, but hopefully D. Winters will be okay. But yeah, I mean, this is just not the way this is not the recipe for any kind of 49er win with how things are going so far. Just not the recipe at all. Your special teams, you give up a 15-yard penalty. Your defense has been able to actually make a few stops, but your offense can't do anything. So just the exact opposite of what the Niners would want to do. A turnover would be huge. I mean, honestly, like a turnover would be. So it was D. Winters banged up. He's walking off under his own power. I'm guessing he's probably going to be going to the blue tent, which means that it's going to be Bethune and Kendricks will be your linebackers, I'm assuming. Not what you wanted to see if you're, another injured player. They were saying his leg got stepped on. It looked like something like that, yeah. 7-0, and there's Nick Bosa up in the booth at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Seattle. They do hand it off up the middle and a big hole. That's going to be a pickup of about 6, I would say. Rick Diaz, yeah, I don't like what I see either. Yeah, he's in the blue tent. Is D. Winters. 2nd and 4 coming up for Seattle. And man, when you can get like 6 yards on first down, just easy runs, it's going to be difficult to get stops. Single back, tight end is in the backfield in motion. Snap is away. They hand it off right side. First down, Seattle, just about to the Niners' 21-yard line. You have Wallow. Well, there's a flag on the play. Could this potentially be a hold? It is a hold on the offense. We'll take that. We got stopped around control line. We gotta start controlling the line of scrimmage. Bosa looks like how I feel. Was that on the rookie Gray Zabel or was it on the Abraham Lucas? I'm not sure. Yeah, Zabel. So that's actually a huge penalty helping the 49ers. It's 2nd and 11, so back that up 7 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 32. Darnold behind center, looking to throw. Throws it, going to be caught and run out of bounds. That's A.J. Barner. Jason Pinnock on the coverage. Picks up about maybe 3 or 4. So it's going to be 3rd and 7, we'll call it. 3rd and 6, they're calling it. Come on, defense. It was pretty good coverage by Pinnock. 3rd and 6 for Seattle. Can the defense get another stop? Darnold in the gun, back to his right. Charbonnet, snap is away. Darnold throwing it downfield. Got a man! Incomplete. No flags on the play. 4th and 6. Double coverage. It looked like he had JSN for a minute. Renardo Green and Jair Brown on the coverage. Geez, that could have been a flag against Renardo Green. Could have been. So this is a 45-yard field goal attempt for Jason Myers. He missed from 47. Can we get really lucky with another field goal miss? Snap is away, kick is up, and he drills this one. So it is 10-0 Seattle. Niners have to score here on offense. You think. So there's 5:19 to go in the half. I mean, I guess here's what, if you're 49ers, here's what you have to be thinking. You go down, you score, ideally a touchdown, and you take off a bunch of time off the clock. I mean, in a perfect world, you go into halftime, get the ball to start the second half, and score again. But 5-minute drive against this defense, not going to be easy. That was underthrown. The NFL would have no chance if the Niners were healthy. Yeah. I mean, if you had Bosa and Michael, which is why I understood why the Niners didn't make a move at the trade, like on the trade deadline. But I think if they did go for someone like Jalen Phillips, who got traded to the Eagles, I mean, you just kind of think if you had another guy who could just kind of get after the quarterback, but I think back at the trade, I mean, the trade deadline was like week 10, so, but I guess the Niners were hadn't ripped off, because the Niners won 6 in a row, so it's not that bad. Just need to shore up. The way Seattle is moving the ball, being down only by 10 is pretty good. Long sustained drive here, ending with a TD and get the ball back after the half. Couldn't agree. I mean, the defense just needs a break, big time. The defense just really needs a break. I mean, you need to get points on the board. If you're, San Francisco, we need to get points on the board. Whoever Niners would have got a trade deadline would be injured by now. Yeah. Whatever way, that they can manufacture it, I think then we have to just get, even a field goal, but if you can take off most of the clock here, ideally, you get a touchdown, go into the half, get the ball to start the second half. I mean, then you got something going here. Plus, if you can give your defense a big, like a rest. So far, not so good for San Francisco in this game, but yeah, let's see. 5:19 to go. Seattle only has one timeout as well, just kind of keeping that in mind. Or do they have two? They have one. Kick is away, and it's going to bounce off the sideline. So it's going to be 1st and 10 49ers at our own 40-yard line. The ball went off to the sideline. They tried that kick where it bounces in the return area, and it just bounced in up to the sideline. So Niners will have good field position here at our own 40-yard line. So got to make something happen on this drive. Offense has struggled in a big way. No run game to speak of. A lot of shotgun. Use check in McCaffrey in the backfield. Kittle's on the field as well. Snap is away. Purdy's looking. Dumps it off here and we're going to lose a bunch of yards. It was a screen pass to Kittle, and we lose about 5 or 6 on that play. And this offense is just putrid. 13-3 right now, DJ. Loss of a lot. Seattle was all over that. And look, if you had Trent Williams out there, he could maybe make that block, but you don't. Second and 16, just not good. Over the middle of the field, caught by McCaffrey, gets about 5, and the Seahawks players are just roaring and shouting. Yeah, the performance of the offense so far is embarrassing, really. Pretty good blocking right there, and maybe had a receiver, but 3rd and 10 right now for San Francisco, and Jennings goes in motion. Purdy escapes the pressure, looking downfield, throws it, caught, first down. Jawan Jennings gets out of bounds. Purdy did a great job navigating the pocket. First down. Jawan Jennings on 3rd and Jawan. I agree, Melissa. It's a bit of like low energy right there so far. But Purdy did a great job stepping up in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield. First down into Seattle territory. Demarcus Robinson and Jennings in the same spot at the Seattle 48. Hands the ball off Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson, tough running there. Gets about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Yeah, I'm streaming this, and then you're seeing my stream on a delay as well. So you guys will be ahead of me. If we can, just ideally no spoilers for those who are relying on the stream for the calls. Pickup of 6 on first down by Brian Robinson. We're at the Seahawks 42-yard line. Purdy's going to come out behind center. Robinson is still the back. Use check. Fakes the handoff under pressure. Gets rid of it. Caught by Kittle. First down, George Kittle. Under pressure immediately was Brock Purdy. Seahawks had that play snuffed out. They had sniffed that one out, and it's a first down, George Kittle. Brock Purdy under pressure straight away. Seattle had read the play call. I think it was DeMarcus Lawrence, and Kittle does a great job staying on his feet. Purdy gets thrown to the ground. 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 37. I think let this go to the 2-minute warning. Let this go to the 2-minute warning. And it is the 2-minute warning. Pause your TV to sync up with Shifty. That's actually a good idea if you can. Now, if you guys don't want to, it's totally up to you. I would just Kindly ask to not spoil plays. What I will do is we will prevail. So we're at the 2-minute warning right now, folks. When we come out of the 2-minute warning, I will look at the play clock and I'll let you know we're at the play clock. So if anyone does want to sync up, you can. That was a big play. That was a big play. A big couple of plays. Getting the ball to Jawan Jennings. I can't pause. I'm at a bar. Yeah. I understand it. Only if you can. I think that would be asking a lot to tell everybody at the bar. I'm trying to watch the stream here and I don't want a spoiler or anything. All right. Can you show the game, please? No, I cannot. That was huge. That was a big play. Big play. When you look at the 3rd and 10, Purdy steps up into the pocket, avoids the outside rushers, keeps his eyes downfield, gets it to Jawan Jennings. Then that play right there, 2nd and 4, you pass it to Kittle. Purdy had pressure all over him. Kittle makes the catch short of the first down, stays on his feet, and just gets the first down through like sheer willpower. P2K, Purdy to Kittle. That Iowa State to Iowa connection. Okay, 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 37. Seahawks only have one timeout. 2-minute. They were at the 2-minute warning currently. So ideally, we're going down using the rest or pretty much all of the clock. And if you get in for 7, and if you can go down only 3, get the ball to start the second half. After what we've seen so far, that would be huge. Yeah, copyright. The copyright would take it down. Yeah, I mean, the stream wouldn't last 30 seconds if I was showing the game. Yeah, the NFL is all over that. And of course, they just can't have random people showing the game. I mean, alrighty. So the play clock is at 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Just so you guys, if you want to sync up. Play clock is at 15. Purdy behind center at the Seahawks 37. They do head it to McCaffrey left side. McCaffrey cuts back inside, picks up 3 on the play inside the 35. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Clock is moving. That's okay. We got this. Let's go. George Kittle officially has the 2nd most receptions in 49ers history. He's only about 700 behind Jerry Rice, so 2nd and 7. Play clock is at 10. Purdy in the pistol. Snap is away. Give it to McCaffrey. Little trickery here. Purdy throws it back here. Going to be caught. Gets close to the first down. And that was a tough shot there on Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Went out of bounds. So there's 1:17 to go. 3rd and 1. A little 3rd and 3. McCaffrey must have stepped out of bounds. I thought it'd be maybe 3rd and 2 at worst. D. Winters, it looks like, is headed to the locker room, walking under his own power, but that's not good. It is 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line. Purdy in the gun by himself. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Got time. Time's running out. Purdy escapes and gets taken down. It's going to be 4th and 3 at the 30-yard line. Seattle's going to use their final timeout. Question here is, do you take a field goal? Decent blocking, just nobody kind of got tripped up there. Just nobody getting open downfield clearly. And 4th and 3, there's 1:10 left in the half. Niners offense is staying on the field. On 4th and 3. This is a huge call. No, Eddie Piñeiro's out there. Never mind. Eddie Piñeiro's out there to kick the field goal. I saw a lot of the. Would I go for this? Maybe I would. I don't know, actually, just because if you don't get any points. But Eddie Piñeiro, first off, 48-yard field goal attempt. Snap is away. Kick is up, and Eddie Piñeiro is dinero. Drills it, Niners get on the board. 10-3. However, there's over... Don't you hate pants? I do. So it is a one possession game. The issue only is that there's a minute and 6 left. Seahawks don't have any timeouts, but yeah, I mean, I think you take the, I don't know. It's a tough call. I would say take the 3 because if the offense was moving the ball like it was the last, 2-3 weeks or what have you, then I would go for it. But the offense just hasn't looked right so far, so I don't think that you, yeah. So there's a minute and 6 left in the first half. Piñeiro's lined up here to kick the ball away. Does kick it away. It's going to be caught at the 2-yard line. It is Rashid Shaheed. Gets up to about the 35. So 6 seconds off the clock, and it would have been the same spot as the touchback. So D. Winters questionable to return with an ankle injury. So that's going to be Bethune and Kendricks out there. So already a Niners defense missing a lot of key players. Missing someone else. 1st and 10, Seattle at their own 35. A minute left. Seattle has no timeouts. Darnold in the gun, back to his right. Snap is away. Niners just rush 4. Under pressure, gets sacked! Sam Okuwanu, I think that was. Yes! That's a huge play. Seattle's probably going to go hurry up here. Get back on your side of the field. It's a big play right there. Sam Okuwanu beats the left tackle. Remember, it's the backup left tackle for Seattle, and that backup left tackle was questionable all week. So nice job, Okuwanu. Play clock, I mean, there's 20-something seconds to go here. So Darnold gets it off. Caught by the tight end. Bring him down, for crying out loud. 16 seconds to go. It's going to be 3rd and pretty long here. Play clock is going, or the time is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's halftime. Thank God. Holy moly, what an ending to the half. Great job by Sam Okuwanu right there. 10-3 at halftime. Niners, we get the ball to start the second half. I'm just going to update the quarter now because when I don't, I always forget. Yeah, I mean, the one thing which we've seen from Robert Saleh before defensively is he is good with halftime adjustments. No D. Winters is obviously not ideal, but it is what it is. But Shanahan's going to have to really figure out, and I think that you maybe get Jordan Watkins involved a little bit. If we think back to week 1 offensively, we had Marquez Valdes-Scantling and Ricky Pearsall. So 2 guys with quite a bit of speed. I think you got to get Jordan Watkins, even just like clear out routes, things like that, and be like run, like, that would be what I would do. Kyle said D needs to tackle better. Yeah, I mean, I think so. We're still in good shape, all things considered. Yeah, that was a quick half. That was pretty quick, actually. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the first couple of drives, Seattle's had a couple long drives. We've had a couple. I mean, that last drive was pretty long too. I just think that the offense for the Niners is going to have to figure some things out. Shanahan just said they have to tackle better. Yeah, just adapt and overcome. Look, it's not. It could be a lot worse considering how ineffective the offense has been. Um, it could be a lot worse, in my opinion. So, you'd like to think that the offense will put on a better display in the second half, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Brock Purdy 6-0 in his last 6 starts. I mean, look, there's been all kinds of pressure on Purdy, and that's kind of what you expected. I expect the Seahawks to continue bringing five guys because the Niners just don't have guys who can get open. And just where Ricky Pearsall, why the hell aren't you playing, dude? I'm not saying he's freaking Jerry Rice or anything, but goddamn, he's a guy who can beat man coverage. After the halftime, I hope they get it together, the 49ers, and start scoring some touchdowns. We are in trouble, but I still think the Niners can do it. They just got to ingest some other things. 49ers play defense by luck. Maybe you're right. Putting on my lucky black beanie. That's almost a bit of a tongue twister. Lucky black beanie. Both of these teams have been better second half teams this year. Yeah, I'd have to look at it, but I don't doubt that you're right. I think Kyle, let's see, other comments here. Niners would be better if they played tomorrow instead of tonight. Maybe. Well, I mean, both teams are on a short week. So while I agree with you, yes, both teams are on a short week. So who was leading in receiving touchdowns for the Niners? That was Jawan Jennings, I believe. He has 9 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, just one of the issues, really, I think, is, just guys just can't get open. Guys, I mean, you're looking at it where sometimes you see Brock, he's in the pocket, and you're like, he actually has like some time to work with, but guys are just not getting open downfield. And this is where I think maybe do you kind of run a bit more personnel with, like, you get Tonjes out there with Kittle, and so, but yeah. Yes. Yeah, Jennings has 9. Sam and Brock are both 10 of 13, but yeah, I mean, there's just nothing downfield really for San Francisco at all. And obviously it comes down to being able to pressure the quarterback. 49ers should trade their first round pick for a first following in draft. Jeremiah Smith, yeah. He is the Ohio State wide receiver, I believe. I don't think that's going to happen. That the Niners would trade, I do think that the Niners need to figure some things out with the wide receiver room, because coming into this year, you were thinking, okay, Ayuk will be back mid-season, and you have Jennings and Pearsall and blah blah blah. Ann is here. Annie Tolpagan is hosting a big post-holiday party tonight, so can't watch. No worries, Ann. Thank you for stopping by briefly. Hopefully you're having a great time at your party, so enjoy yourself. Fun fact, I think the last 49ers, go Niners, and yeah, good to see you too, Ann. And yeah, let's go Niners. Let's see, you can actually see the lack of energy from the 49ers. Yeah, I mean, in some ways, yes, I don't know. They're trying. Just, I think we have to, this is where Shanahan, he has the reputation of being the best, or among, one of the best, if not the best play callers in the NFL. So he's got to find ways to manufacture ways to get guys open. We will prevail. Fun fact, I think the last 49ers wide receiver to get 10 receiving TDs in a season was T.O. That is correct. Terrell Owens was the last Niner receiver to get at least 10 receiving touchdowns. That was probably at least, 2002? 2001 maybe? Long time. Ohio State players looked good because of soft schedule. They looked bad against good teams. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to be seeing the Niners trading away future. When was Bosa drafted? 2019, number 2 overall. But I don't think you're going to be seeing the Niners trading away future first round picks unless it's for someone like there's rumors that potentially Max Crosby could become available. I'm kind of the opinion that if a guy like Trey Hendrickson does hit free agency, maybe you go for Trey Hendrickson on like he's 31 years old, but oh, thank you, Ann. That's so kind of you. Thank you, Ann, for the 1999 super chat. That's far too kind of you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Now get back to your party. I mean, of course you're welcome to hang out, but if you want to be a good host, get back to that party and host that party. But yeah, Bosa was drafted. Again, huge shout out to Ann. $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Ann. It's always good to see you. Have you stop by. And yeah, there we go. There we go. Great to have you here. Enjoy your party. Hopefully you had a good holiday season. It was a quarter century ago. We'll win the NFC even from seed 6. Keep the faith, says Peter. This game is so big for San Francisco that yeah, Happy New Year to you too, and hopefully you had a great holiday season and great Christmas and everything. Trey is too injury prone. No, he's not. J. Frank Parnell, let's go. Look at Trey Hendrickson. Before this season, he played like every game or almost every game for the last 5 or 6 seasons. Like if you're talking like 25 million a year or something like that, I mean, he's an elite pass rusher. And if you pair him with Bosa, you have Michael Williams getting better. Then you have you also have your rotation guys like Sam Okuanu or things like that. Then I think that's pretty damn good. Who was the last team the Niners beat in the playoffs? Well, that would have been because we obviously did not make the playoffs last year. That would have been the Lions, wasn't it? The Lions in the NFC Championship game. All we need to do is yada, yada, yada. We can do it. We can freaking do it. We will do it. We will prevail. But yeah, it's look, there's a lot at stake here for both teams. It's a 7-point game. We're at halftime. Yeah, the Lions, yeah. 7-point game. We're at halftime. Ideally, the Niners, we can come out pretty long drive and score a touchdown. Huff is good also, but not by himself. Yeah, Bryce Huff needs someone, like he is like your number 2 kind of guy. Like Bryce Huff needs a Bosa or he needs someone like that opposite him. I wonder if the best way of going about, because Bryce Huff has been okay this year. I just don't know how much he will get in free agency. That NFC Championship game feels like a million. It does feel like a long time ago. Let Mac 10. No, we're not. Mac Jones would not have done. He wouldn't have done any better than Purdy. Probably worse because, just the pressure that Seattle's getting. We need someone who's better at like navigating the pocket, can potentially pick up yards with their legs. So yeah, I just don't think it's Mac would be. Mac wouldn't be doing well. Who's replacing Winters? So it's going to be, I think, on your kind of base downs, you're going to have Bethune and you're going to have Eric Kendricks, longtime veteran Eric Kendricks, and then you'll maybe have, is it Wallow? Maybe Wallow as well will be your other linebacker starting. Or is what's his name? Luke Gifford, maybe. Yeah, Huff would have had a big set. Yeah, because Bosa takes a lot of a lot of obviously the focus from the opposing offensive lines. But also, look, I like the potential of Alfred Collins and CJ West, but you know, we need like a legitimate defensive tackle too. So I don't know if there are any like big name guys in free agency at defensive tackle, but that's what we need as well because just to get some pressure up the middle, you know. Um, Purdy just doesn't got it this game. Let him rest. No, no. Look. It's quarterbacks can have not so great, halves of football. Just got to figure it out, and got to trust in, your coaches, Shanahan and stuff to make the adjustments at halftime. At the end of the day, yes, look, it's a one possession game. We get the ball to start the second half. So if you can, get a good return or what have you, then, or even just start at the 35, I'm pretty okay with that. Collins could become that. Not this year, though. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Christian. I think Alfred Collins has some serious potential, but it's going to take him at least another offseason or so before, like, very rarely do defensive tackles come in immediately and just dominate. I mean, guys like Aaron Donald and stuff are so rare to see that. You even look at who was I'm blanking on his name, the first defensive tackle off the board. He went to the Browns. Who was the guy drafted by the Browns out of Michigan? But he even like he's had a solid rookie year, but he was the number 3, 4, whatever, 5 overall pick. So it's going to take time for guys to get it together. Even you look at Kenneth Grant, who went to Miami out of Michigan. Like these guys take time. Defensive tackles. It's a huge step up going to the NFL for any player, any position. But on the defensive line, when you're going to the NFL, you're going up against the best of the best. What was the name of that defensive lineman who got drafted by the Browns in the first round? God, I can't think of it. Alrighty, second half is about to start. We have 54 viewers in here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're up to 3460 subscribers, so thank you for the newest subscriber as well. Kickoff is just away, and that's going to be taken at the 2-yard line, bobbled by Brian Robinson. Just get upfield, man, and it's going to be at the 12-yard line. And now Brian Robinson looks slow to get up. What is that? So we do have the ball 1st and 10. Myles Garrett. No, I'm talking about in the 2025 draft. Defensive tackle. Awful field position for San Francisco. Brian Robinson bobbles the return. Takes him about 5 seconds to pick it up. Purdy in the pistol. Give it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's getting some good yards there. Best run of the night on first down for San Francisco. Gets about maybe 5 or 6 on first down. Horrible return, yeah. So it was 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line after an 11-yard return by Brian Robinson. 2nd and 5 coming up for San Francisco. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his left. Snap. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries to break through tackles. Only gets a yard on the play, though. Going to be 3rd and 4. And you got to get first down here. You cannot go 3 and out in this part of the field. Like, that would be absolutely brutal. Bourne is out there. Demarcus Robinson, Jennings, Kittle, and McCaffrey. So Purdy's in the gun, McCaffrey to his right. Snap is away. Purdy under pressure, throws it downfield. Caught! Demarcus Robinson, first down San Francisco. And nice job, Demarcus Robinson. Gets a big first down. Purdy throws it. It's about maybe 15-yard pickup. Pretty good, actually, protection right there. McKivitz and Pleasance did a good job on the left side. Big first down, though. Demarcus Robinson able to make the catch, get both feet in bounds clearly. At the 31-yard line, Purdy behind center, fakes the handoff. Purdy's looking over the middle, caught McCaffrey, gets about 7 or 8 yards. Good gain on first down. Getting up near the 40-yard line. McCaffrey to the sideline right now. He's fine, just getting a breather. Now they're showing Ricky Pearsall, who he needed to be out there. 2nd and 3 for San Francisco. Brian Robinson, the lone back. Bourne goes in motion, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throws it. Caught George Kittle, gets the first down. Good open field tackle by the Seahawk player, but first down San Francisco. And that's a first down. Just over 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kittle has 4 receptions for 9 yards. He did have that one catch that was a loss of 6, so keep that in mind. 1st and 10 at our own 42. Purdy in the gun, Brian Robinson to his right. Use check there as well. They hand it to Robinson. Up the middle, Robinson falls forward, gets maybe 3 or 4, and use check getting into it with the Seahawk defender. 2nd and 7, they're calling it. Pickup of 3. Use check now to the sideline. McCaffrey still on the sideline. Gets a bit of a breather here. 2nd and 7 from our own 45. Purdy's behind center. Brian Robinson the back. Jennings goes in motion. Snap is away, fakes the handoff. Purdy's under pressure, gets sacked. And he was under a lot of pressure right there. And that's a pretty interesting, celebration there by the Seahawk D lineman, but that's a big sack. Just nowhere to go. Pocket collapsing, nowhere to go. And that's going to be 3rd and very long now for San Francisco. 3rd and 13 for the 49ers. Just offense just can't get into any rhythm. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey's to his left. Snap is away. Seahawks bringing pressure. Purdy throws it. Kendrick Bourne kind of in the area. Purdy takes a shot. Incomplete. Niners going to have to punt the ball away. Yeah. Just want to see if anyone's like open downfield. I mean, I think you throw it quickly to Kittle there. Ooh, that was a shot to the ribs right there. Ooh-wee. Here comes the punt from Morstead. Punt is away. Not a great punt. Taken at the 18-yard line by Shaheed. And Shaheed's got a big return here to the 37-yard line. No flags on the play. Yeah, so not a great drive there for San Francisco's offense. Just over 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Seattle have solid field position, but the offense just can't get anything going. Yeah, it's frustrating, guys. Frustrating. I mean, especially when we've seen the offense just looking so good at the last few weeks. And there is no D. Winters on the field to start the second half. Why have the Niners forgotten how to tackle? That's a good question. I think my Mac Jones recommendation might not be so bad right now. I just don't see how he'd be doing any better. Um, I just don't see how. Yeah, there's no way he'd be doing much better than Purdy. He just has no. I mean, Mac Jones is incredibly limited mobility back there, and I think at some point we're gonna. I mean, we're gonna need Brock Purdy's mobility to make things happen, but yeah, just the offense just can't really get anything going. Unfortunately, it's a shame. It sucks, but I mean, what can you do? Niners D. Wish this were still a Pete Carroll team. Yeah, I mean, look, just I don't want to keep just saying injuries. It's kind of boring, but this is a team that's beat up. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks are a lot more healthy than we are. They're missing their left tackle, and I'm not really sure who else they're missing outside of that. I mean, if we had everyone else but no Trent Williams, which we don't even have Trent Williams, I mean, it's a different story. But Stout is playing Christian, yeah, and he's been playing pretty well. Just look, the defense is going to have to find ways to keep stalling this Seattle offense. And the Niners offense is to figure something out. Had some good plays on that drive, but just can't take sacks. And I can't really blame Purdy on that one, but just it's a great job by Mike McDonald's defense. They're just playing well. Niners have a lot to think about. 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 37. Darnold behind center. Snap. Under pressure. Throws it. Caught quickly by Kenneth Walker. Tackled almost immediately. Eric Hendricks with a good job there. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Yeah, there's no time for the offensive line. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter which quarterback is out there. I mean, you have no time. You're just not going to be able to do anything. 2nd and 8 for Seattle. Come on, defense. Let's make some plays here. 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. I think Seattle maybe runs it here. Shaheed goes in motion. Darnold gets the screen off, and there's just so much room. 1st down, Seattle. I mean, those freaking screens. How many times do we have to get beat by these screens? No, just suggesting we try something different. What we're doing now. I mean, you don't. I respect trying something different, but I don't think changing your quarterback when the entire game plan all week would have been with Purdy. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at the Niners 48. We cannot stop the screen passes at all. Pitch it right side. He got blockers in front of him, does Walker. And he's going to be a pick. And he's bouncing off, guys. It's going to be a pickup of about 7. And they called the play dead, but it's a pickup of about 7 maybe. 49ers have accomplished 100 yards less. Yeah. DC should mix it up. I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's hard to say. I just don't foresee this defense holding up much longer. 2nd and 2 for Seattle. They hand it off. Going to be tackled immediately. Picks up maybe half a yard. That's Malik Mustafa. So it's going to be 3rd and maybe a long 1 or 3rd and 2. And can the Niners defense make some kind of a play here on 3rd and short? And there is a player down for Seattle, and that is the backup left tackle. So they're going to be at their 3rd string left tackle. I mean, hopefully the guy is okay. You don't want to see somebody getting hurt, but it is going to be the 3rd string left tackle for Seattle. Ooh, yeah, that ankle that ankle got rolled up on. Happy New Year, Joe. Hope all is well, man. What an insane situation. Yeah. So that looks like it. I mean, they're going to commercial break, so looks like it is that might be a pretty serious injury. His ankle got rolled up on a bit, so Seattle may be down to their third left tackle. Just no faith in the offense right now. Yeah, Melissa, you're right. It was like the running back and maybe, come on, Niners, Steelers for life. Love to see that. Yeah, Happy New Year, Joe. Come on, Niners, let's go. Pearsall, we needed him out there today. Practice during the week and then apparently can't go. I'm not going to pretend like I'm tougher than any of these football players, though. So he's got to come off the field for at least one play. That is true, yes. What is your next preference of beer after Heineken was just what I had. My favorite beer of I guess my favorite beer of like in the world is probably there was a Kolsch by Magnolia. Magnolia is a brewery in San Francisco, but they do a Kolsch, California Kolsch, I believe. That is just so good. Trumer Pilsner is quite good. Yeah, if I'm going for an IPA, yeah, the Elysium Space Dust is pretty good. I'm also a 21st Amendment. They're quite a good brewery. If Susan, if we win today, then we there's home field advantage. But if we lose, the most likely scenario is we play at Philadelphia. Anchor Steam was quite good. Yeah, Anchor Steam is pretty good. Sierra Nevada is pretty good too. Alrighty. So Josh Jones was the backup left tackle. He is not out there. That's correct. He has to miss at least one play unless Seattle wanted to call a timeout. But otherwise, he has to miss at least one play. 3rd and 2 for Seattle at the Niners 40. So they're pretty much in 4-down territory. Darnold behind center. Lone back is Charbonnet. Snap is away. They do hand it off. Get him down! Nice tackle! Nice tackle. Diamador Lenore. Loss of about maybe 4 or 5 yards on the play. And that's going to be 3rd and maybe 4th and 7 now. Diamador Lenore. And great job by the D-line to force him out wide. And Lenore with the big tackle. Loss of 5 on the play, and I think Seattle's going to have to punt the ball away. Robert Saleh's fired up. Here comes the punt for Seattle. Punt is away. Come on, please be a touchback. Sky Moore calls a fair catch at the 8. We're only down to touchdown. You're right. It's Stone IPA is not too bad either. So we do get the ball back. We're deep in our own territory, but we got to find a way to manufacture a big play. Got to find a way to get a big play somehow. Touchdown now. It's not just having local fans. I don't want to deal with the weather in Philly and or Soldier Field. That's a good point too. That's 100. I mean, you'd love to have the home field advantage. I mean, all the players get to sleep in their own beds and, with have like their families nearby and they get to train and they don't have to travel and, all of that kind of stuff. So it would be huge if the Niners can pull out a win here and if you can get that home field advantage. But right now it's 1st and 10 at our own 8-yard line. And Germans no beer. Yes, that's true. Like I said, they are playing with more intensity. It will eventually pay off. Yeah. I think that beer in general, it's quite a bit cheaper beer's cheaper in the US. Like in Ireland, there's so many taxes on it that that beer in general is expensive, but Yeah, then if you go for like the kind of brewery stuff, there's a few breweries here which are pretty good. Um, there are some local like breweries in and around Ireland which are good, but yeah, they do tend to be very pricey. Yeah, just without there's so many crazy taxes on drinks. Getting a buy is the best thing about winning. Yes, absolutely. Founders, I know Founders. Yeah. Yes, I mean I love Guinness. Guinness on tap is great. First and 10 from our own 8 yard line. If there's like, I mean, obviously we're trying the plays that we think will succeed, and it's not like Shanahan just try harder, but we need to find a way to manufacture a big play here because everything is just 3 yards. There's 2 yards. Alrighty, full moon out. 49ers offense going back to work from the 9 yard line. Purdy's going to be behind center. McCaffrey is the lone back. They do hand it to McCaffrey, and he gets about 3 on the play. So 2nd and 7 coming up from the 12 yard line. Only 35 yards of rushing on the day so far for this 49ers offense. Okay. Purdy's in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Use check goes in motion. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Purdy over the middle. Caught McCaffrey. Gets about 6. They give him 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Still, Guinness is so good if they take. Yeah, oh, absolutely, Melissa. When the taps are taken care of and when they're poured correctly, I mean, Guinness is great. 3rd and 2 for San Francisco. This is a big 3rd down here. You have to pick this up. 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Purdy's in the gun. Brian Robinson to his right. Demarcus Robinson splits out very wide. Snap is away. Purdy throws it. Caught. Going to be shy of the 1st down. That's 4th down and 1. Ah, damn. I mean, what is that route? Going back, like, ugh. I mean, he's definitely short of the 1st down, but Niners haven't ran a fake punt in a long time. Could this be the time to break it out? No, is the answer. Fair catch called for by Rashid Shaheed. It's a very good punt by Morstead, but yeah, I think you guys are right about that. Purdy having to, he's kind of sailing some of his passes. Defense, yeah, I mean, defense needs to make, somehow needs to make a big stop, and why not go for it? Because if you don't get it, it would be 1st and 10 from in the red zone. And the Niners defense hasn't exactly been, the Niners offense hasn't exactly been very efficient, I think that was the right call by Shanahan. Afraid of getting it picked, maybe. There's just no, like, the Niners don't really have a person who can beat man coverage on the field, so that's where it's really tough. And look, you're missing Trent Williams as well. So when it comes to like the protection up front, like, you're missing one of the best left tackles of all time. So doesn't help. But look, we're in this game. It's a 7-point game, but I'm just really worried about this offense is not There's no time, and somewhat understandably so, Purdy looks really nervous in the pocket. I got tortillas and red pepper hummus. Nice, nice. Ruffles and onion dip time. There we go. Purdy's having to throw over the arms of the rushers time. Yeah. I mean, Seattle just has they have a really good defense. They have a lot of great players. Their coach, Mike McDonald. There's a reason why he's a head coach, and did a great job with Baltimore. But yeah, I give a lot of credit as well for the Niners defense. Just gotta find, a way to get a turnover. Purdy is too short to catch his receivers in stride, so he has to sail it on. Yeah, I think there's some truth to that, Eddie, but yeah, that route by Demarcus Robinson, he was kind of coming back to it way too much. Like he was coming back short of the line to gain. That yeah, it's just like if he needed to be just a couple of yards more downfield, and maybe that would have worked better. 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Seahawks have the ball at their own 32. First and 10. Darnold behind center. Lone back is Charbonnet. Smith-Njigba goes in motion. Oh, he stumbles! Fumble! Ball's out, but it's going to be recovered by Seattle. Almost recovered by San Francisco. Darnold stumbled. The ball came out when the handoff and almost picked up by the 49ers. Man, did we need that to go our way. And it was Yetur Gross Matos almost came up with it. It's going to be a loss on the play, but so close. Gross Matos just needed to land on the ball. 2nd and 17 for Seattle at their own 25. It's probably going to be a run here. No. Darnold looking, throws it, incomplete. Nice coverage there, Tatum Bethune. 3rd and 17 coming up here. 3rd and 17 coming up for Seattle. Niners, we have to get off the mother-loving field here. Have to get off the field here. Come on, defense. It's 3rd and 17. That play, great coverage there by Tatum Bethune. I think you have to watch out for the screen or just for a run. But you have to watch out for the screen here. We've been getting killed by it. They pitch it right side to Kenneth Walker. Get him down, guys. No! He gets 19 on the play, and it's a first down. That's unbelievable. On 3rd and 17, and John Lynch, maybe he should have made a move at the trade deadline. Unbelievable. 3rd and 17, they pick up 19. Unbelievable. Darnold downfield caught JSN into 49ers territory inside the Niners 40. And yeah, that is that 3rd and 17 given up, that's the backbreaker right there, I think, guys. Game's obviously not over yet, but that's just a backbreaker right there. 3rd and 17, you give up 19 yards on the pitch. I was saying watch for the run or the screen. Fakes the handoff, does Darnold. He's got time. Under pressure, dumps it off to Charbonnet. There's nobody even close to him. Making guys miss. First down, Charbonnet. And yeah, that's where I think the game. Ugh. 3rd and 17. Brutal. Timeout on the field. I think there's a Seattle player hurt. Nope, there's a 49er hurt. And I think it's Tatum Bethune. So that's another linebacker. Yeah, Tatum Bethune. So that's another linebacker down. Nope, yeah, it's Tatum Bethune, all right. So we have no Warner. We have no Bethune. We have no D. Winters, who left the game earlier. 3rd and 17. 3rd and motherfucking 17. And a run. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. 1st and 10, Seattle at the Niners 25. This is where you have to start dialing up pressure, I think, if you're San Francisco, just to force a turnover. Darnold batted down at the line of scrimmage. Good job, Alfred Collins. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Nice job, Alfred, to get your hands up. He's almost caught the ball. He had 2 hands on it. You feel like the Niners need a turnover here. 2nd and 10 for Seattle. Play clock winding down. He's in the gun. Snap is away. They hand it off up the middle. Just get him down, please. Thank you. Pickup of 1. 3rd and 9 coming up. Collins. I almost combined Collins and Alfred. I was about to say Colfred. 3rd and 9 coming up. Defense has to make a stop here. I think you maybe dial up pressure, bring a blitz, and then you get maybe Darnold makes a mistake. Five guys at the line of scrimmage for San Francisco. Snap is away. Thrown quickly, incomplete. There's a flag that comes in late. What is that? That flag was so late. Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. That flag was ridiculously late. First and 10 Seattle, so. At the Niners 17. On 3rd and 9 pickup and 3rd and 17. They hand it to Walker, who loses a few yards. Good play there, Keon White, but ESPN, yeah. The Seahawks have to run at least one more play before the end of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 12 right now, but pass interference on Bernardo Green. That was so late. Snap is away. Fakes, pitches it up the middle to Charbonnet. Good play, trickery right there from Seattle. Pick up about 5. So to start the 4th quarter, it's going to be 3rd down. Defense probably needs a rest after that. But, I mean, look, you got to hold them to 3. But I think the situation's the same. I think you have to bring pressure. I'm not talking like a delayed blitz or anything like that. Keep it clean, 49ers. Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of contact there for sure. Like, I'm not blind to that, but there was some contact there, but the flag came in so late. I can't help but think that the officials get that the officials get, like, they're waiting and they see the reaction. I mean, yeah, there was contact, but my issue is like throwing it so late. And as long as it's called both ways too, I mean, that's, I guess, like the other thing as well, but as long as it gets called both ways. But man, that's brutal. But if you get a stop here, I mean, but I think that you obviously you bring your 4 down linemen, but I do think that you bring a blitz here. Bring like an extra guy. Sometimes it's just physically hard to get a hold of something and throw it. Yes, that's true. I mean, you go back to that, like, was it the first play of the drive, and Darnold, like, stumbles, and it was almost recovered by Gross Matos. And then you have 3rd and 17. And then you have 3rd and 9. Like, man, I think that you have to onion dip shake my head. Man, I think they needed to bring, I think they do need to bring pressure and not like a delayed blitz. The fumble miss might have been game, but I think giving up the 3rd and 17, like, giving up the 3rd and 17, that's brutal. Because if you got the stop there, it would still be a 1 possession game and you'd have the ball. I know the offense hasn't done anything, but you never know when the offense might catch fire. But the 3rd and 17 that's the brutal one. 3rd and 7 for Seattle. Start of the 4th quarter, folks. 3rd and 7 at the Niners' 14-yard line. Gotta find a way to make a stop. Niners showing pressure. And they do bring it. Darnold throws it. Caught by the tight end. Nice tackle. And that's Upton Stout. Good tackle, Upton Stout. No gain on the play. There was a bit of pressure. 4th and 6. So you hold them to 3. It's going to obviously be a 2-possession game. Now is the time. Look, at 4th quarter, now is the time the offense has to do something. Darnold definitely looks a bit shaky out there. So it's a 31-yarder. So this is a gimme right here for Jason Myers. So it's going to be a 2-possession game. Look, there's a lot of time, and of course all 3 timeouts, but still the offense has got to get rolling somehow, and it is good. Yeah, that was a really good job there by Upton Stout to be there on the flat to get the tight end. But there's lots of silly mistakes that have been made by San Francisco where you look back to the 1st quarter, the face mask on the punt, which gave them, instead of 1st and 10 at the 50, they had it at the Niners 35. Brian Robinson fumbling the mother-loving kickoff, just bobbling the ball, and instead where we should start at maybe the 30, the 35, and suddenly you're back at the 12-yard line. Like, special teams mistakes like that cannot happen. 3rd and 17, like, at the end of the day, like, the Niners only have themselves to blame. Here's the thing, though. The offense hasn't done anything. I know you're missing Williams. I know you're missing Pearsall, but 3 points in the 4th quarter, like, heading into the 4th quarter, it's just not good enough. Special teams, can we make up for it? Can we get a big return here? Maybe Sky Moore has a big return in him. Too many short weeks in a row? Yeah, I mean, maybe. But Seattle's been on the road the last couple of weeks. They're playing on a short week, so I don't know. If it's egregious, but remember when Walker, I do, yeah. Yeah, when I saw they were wearing the black uniforms, I knew it would be bad. Kyle's offense is 3 point, yeah, 3, and he's talking about tackling at halftime. Yeah. I mean, it's just not, clearly not good enough, you know, the offense. And right now, I mean, I put maybe 80%, 85% of the blame on the offense. It's not just that they haven't done anything. It doesn't even feel like we've made massive mistakes or misplaced. There's just nothing there. Yeah. It seems like, yeah, Seattle just has everything covered. Yeah, when I saw their, yeah, I'm about to spark this Lucky J. Ugh, yeah, just the offense has been just completely out of sync. Like Mike McDonald has absolutely obliterated um, Kyle Shanahan in this one so far. Kickoff is away, taken. Sky Moore gets up to about the 29-30 yard line. Or sorry, Brian Robinson Jr. Offense, it's time to put up or shut up. Time to put up or shut up, offense. Niners going with 2 tight ends here. Only 105 yards of offense. Purdy's in the gun. You have Kittle and Farrell out there. Niners doing all kinds of motion here. McCaffrey splits out wide. Snap is away. Purdy's rolling to his right. Throws it downfield. Caught! Big gain, George Kittle into Seattle territory. And that's what we needed. Pickup of over 20. Let's go, offense. Let's go. Come on. Hurry up, offense. Great throw there. Great catch, George Kittle. First down, 49ers into Seattle territory. Come on, guys. Let's go. At midfield. Snap is away. Purdy's looking. Maneuvers the pocket. Purdy's going to run. Purdy's going to pick up yards. Purdy first down yardage inside the Seahawks 40-yard line. Come on, let's go. Come on, guys. Sky Moore is out there on offense. Maybe he can clear out. I just send Sky Moore deep and see what happens. 13 minutes to go in the game at the Seahawks 39-yard line. Purdy's in the gun. Snap is away. Fakes the throw. McCaffrey runs it. Gets about 4 yards on the play, does McCaffrey. One of those draw plays right there. DJ, fire it up. I think you go hurry up here. Don't give them a chance to player hurt for Seattle, number 91, Byron Murphy. Looks he's winded or something, but Niners are huddling up. 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 35. Purdy's in the gun. Snap is away. Quick throw out here. And that's going to be Demarcus Robinson. First down, 49ers. Pickup of about 9 to the Seahawks 25. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Jawan Jennings getting into it as Jennings does, and he cannot fuck this up. He cannot get a flag. If you need to get him out of there, you get him out of there. I mean, both guys were going at it. Jeepers. Yeah, Jennings needs to, I mean, you know, we all love Jennings, but damn, you need to chill out. 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 25-yard line. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Throwing it downfield. Caught! And that's Jawan Jennings with a big play. 15-yard pickup, 1st and goal, San Francisco. Layered throw by Brock Purdy. Places it where only Jennings could get it. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Come on, let's go. What a great throw there. Maybe down to the 9-yard line. First and goal from the 9. Purdy in the pistol. They give it to McCaffrey up the middle, who gets about 3. 2nd and goal from the 3. Sorry, 2nd and goal from the 6. Sorry. Pickup of 3. 2nd and goal from the 6. Ten and a half minutes to go in the game. Purdy's going to come out. Use check in motion. Kittle's down low. Snap is away. Look in. Throws it. Intercepted! Damn. That's the game. McCaffrey had it in his hands, bobbled it, and it's intercepted by Seattle. Had it, flips up. Yeah, clear interception. That kind of sums up the offense tonight, doesn't it? It was tipped. I mean, well, there was McCaffrey had the ball in both of his. He has 2 hands on the ball. I understand it was tipped, but still, it's not. I mean, McCaffrey, you have 2 hands on the ball. Seahawks run the ball on 1st down. No gain. Man, that's brutal. That's not Purdy's fault, Eddie. I mean, like, what do you want him to catch the ball for McCaffrey too? Like, we just had our best drive of the night. McCaffrey has to catch that. Ever so slightly. Geez, that Seahawks GM, he is sweating up a storm right there. But that's on McCaffrey, 100%. 2nd and 9 for the Seahawks. Darnold looking. Throws it downfield. Caught. JSN 1st down. Yeah, I think this game is over, guys. Niners offense. Shit the bed. I mean, who is this number 49 Gallo? Like, what the hell what is he doing out there? Pickup of 2. Less than 9 minutes to go. Of course, the clock is moving. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, McCaffrey just has to hold on to that. It's completely on him. Second and 8 for the Seahawks. Niners defense looks like it's all over the place. Snap is away. Darnold rolls out to his right. Gonna run for it. Nice tackle there, actually, by Pinnock. It is going to be 3rd down and 3, maybe. 3rd and 3, 3rd and short. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, maybe. I mean, even if McCaffrey just dropped it incomplete, even if you scored 3, it's a 1-possession game. But, yeah. 3rd and 2, they're calling it. God, I hate Seattle so much. Third and 2. Darnold in the gun, back to his right. Snap. Throws it, caught, first down. Yeah, this is where it feels like it's over, guys. Yeah, the clock is just going to keep moving, and 49ers offense. And now Bethune came out. Well, Bethune was back in there. Now he's hurt again. So, Luis Benton, yeah, I hear you. Look, no, you have to give credit though. Seattle's defense was amazing tonight. Their offense was moving the ball a lot. The fact that we've only given up 13 points, it's a huge credit to our defense. But yeah, and the special teams. The special teams having some woeful plays when we talk about we can't score at home. The special teams with like the face mask, with the bobbled return by Brian Robinson. Like you have that lucky. I mean, and sometimes it's say lucky a little bit, but they made that play there, whereas Gross Matos had a chance with the fumble to fall on it, but doesn't fall on it on the fumble. So those are when you have two close teams, those are the plays that change the game right there. Niners offense finally gets something going, and you have just a play that you would never bet on McCaffrey bobbling that and it being intercepted. Just never. Neither team will get to the Super Bowl if they play like this game. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough game. It's a division game, Are you going to create a midweek video about your thoughts about blown plays and bad calls? Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of them. There's a lot to break down in this. But I'm going to go back. I mean, look, all we can hope for now is that next weekend we're likely to play at Philadelphia. That Trent Williams and Ricky Pearsall can go. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect Seattle to have scored a lot more. I would have thought this would be a higher scoring game. I mean, I think everybody would have expected there to be more than 16 points scored halfway through the fourth quarter. But can you be positive and have faith? I can try, man. I can try. It's not looking good. Rams are just watching this game and giggling right now. It is 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 30. Just over 7 minutes to go in the game. Darnold hands it off to Walker. Walker's breaking tackles, pickup of 12. It's going to be another 40-something seconds off the clock. First down Seattle up to their own 42. Yeah, Walker's had a good game. 122 total yards. Yeah, it's just, those are the plays that they kind of go one way or the other when you look at just how it determines the game. We have a guy called Wallow out there at linebacker. Like, big run for Seattle. Another first down. Kenneth Walker on first down. I mean, Edgar, I don't know how I can be positive when they're just getting 11 yards a carry and the clock is winding down and the offense has done pretty much nothing all game. I'm out. I still say we will prevail. Probably out. Thank you very much, buddy. 6 minutes to go in the game. Clock is moving, and they are into 49er territory. And look, the defense is just gassed, and we're down God knows how many players. Jason Pinnock is playing at linebacker, for crying out loud. I just keep running the ball out. See how they play action. Darnold throws it, dumps it over middle to Charbonnet. Almost said Chardonnay. pick up about 6 or so. Clock's going to be moving. Be about 5 minutes to go when 5 minutes to go when they run the next play. 13-6, 13-10 would have been, I mean, on that drive, you needed, I mean, that was the game right there. I mean, I know it kind of felt like the 3rd and 17 but that was, you had a chance to make a 13-10 and turn it over. First down, Seattle. Yeah, the Niners have a guy called Wallow out there at linebacker. Jason Pinnock is playing linebacker. Like, what are we, we just don't have anybody. Like, in this game alone, we lost our 2 starting linebackers. So there's about 4 and... Yeah, if CMC holds on to that ball, it's probably 3rd and goal from the 2. Maybe 13-10, you have momentum, but different story now. Oh, was that intercepted? I don't think so. I don't think he kept both feet in bounds. Almost intercepted. Want to see this again. Darnold threw it high. No, he's not. Definitely not intercepted. Good effort by Renardo Green, but not intercepted. We lost our 2. Yeah, we lost our 2 starting backup linebacker. Nice job defense. No gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Only hope here is if they throw it with Darnold and if it's an interception. If we get a turnover on this play. Niners call a timeout, so that's probably a good decision. 4:12 left to go in the game. It's 3rd and 10. I mean, either way, you're probably holding to 3. It's a 2-possession game. There's not much time, so you just need like a big, like a pick 6 or something, which is asking for a miracle. But it's CMC. Yeah, CMC, man. He just needed to hold on to that. I get the ball was tipped. I get it was a little bit behind him, but you have 2 hands on the ball. And it's, you got to catch it. Let's beat the Seahawks. Yeah. Yeah, the Seahawks defense just crushed us, to be fair. 3rd and 10 for Seattle. Snap is away. First down. Cooper Kupp. Darnold buys times with his leg, rolls out to the right. I don't know. I didn't see a holding call there, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather play Panthers. Yeah, we're not going to, unless the Rams would have to lose to the Cardinals, which I just don't think is happening. Niners called our second timeout, so 4:02 left in the game, and Seahawks easily within scoring position, knocking on the door. 7 yards per play on this drive. They've taken off 6 minutes off the clock. Yeah. I can't hear you, 49. I wouldn't put this on Kyle. I mean, I put it on the offense. If you told me that the 3rd and 17 was absolutely brutal, but Mike McDonald thoroughly outcoached Kyle Shanahan. If you told me that we had the Seahawks offense held to 13 points with 4 minutes to go in the game, I would have said I think the Niners win that game. I would have put the Niners at maybe, realistically, I think we probably could, I was expecting us to score maybe 21, 24 points. Ugh. 3:57. Niners have used all the timeouts. 2nd and 7 from just inside the 10. Seattle hands it off right side. Picks up about 3 or 4. Is that the only path to not go to Philly? So we go to the most likely scenario is we go to Philly. The only way that doesn't happen, I mean, which is actually a possibility, is we could potentially go to Chicago, which would be if Chicago loses to the Lions and Philadelphia beats, I think Philadelphia plays Washington, but if Chicago, and I think the Lions would probably want to play spoiler. I think Dan Campbell's going to get him up for that game, which could happen, but do I think it's likely? Charbonnet is stopped shy of the first down. It's 4th and 2, 4th and a long one, 4th and 2 for Seattle. And if you're Seattle, do you just kick a field goal here? And I think they're going to go for it. It's a 2-possession game either way. Yeah, even if they kick a field goal, it's 13 points as opposed to 10. I think you go for it if you're Seattle. 4th and 1. 2. This is almost like a tush push. They're just going to try and draw us offside. So they take the flag. It's going to be, okay. Or do they take a timeout? No, they take the flag. Niner, you did say that as soon as you joined the stream, Melissa. You were saying the Niners look kind of flat. Yeah, the most likely scenario is the 49ers go to Philadelphia. With the Bears lost to the Lions and the Eagles winning their game, then we would go to Chicago. It's no good. It's off the upright. He missed the field goal. And it was like basically almost like the length of the old extra points. 2:20 to go. I mean, the game is over. I mean, I think you're running plays here if you're San Francisco with the idea that you may like be seeing Seattle later in the playoffs. So I think that's kind of what you're doing. You're running plays here to test the Seattle defense. It's 1st and 10 at our own 20. Purdy's in the gun, empty backfield. Demarcus Robinson slips on the floor. I don't know about these. I mean, the rivalry jerseys look good, but I don't know. Purdy hit as he threw, hit his hand off the helmet. Got to be careful with that. Purdy's in the pocket looking to throw. McCaffrey caught that one, which was even a much more difficult catch than the one near the goal line, but he made that one. It's going to be the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 6, it was a pickup of 4. I'm convinced Seattle is more lucky than good. Hey, sometimes that's what it takes to win. Yeah, Brock is lucky he didn't hurt his hand there. I do think that, well, because we're probably going to be the number 6 seed. These jerseys are cursed and trash. We are red and gold, not black. I mean, I think they look good in terms of, like, you know, like for like fans wearing them. I think they like look pretty good, but I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think it's the helmets. I don't know. There's something about it. I like the throwback ones. Like I like these ones, and I like the red, like the 90, kind of like the ones there. But just a ton of mistakes. Here's the good news though, is that, you know, Pearsall had a big chance to play today. Trent Williams, they were maybe thinking all the way up until game time that he might be able to go. But so if you get those two guys back for the game against Philly, and I guess if we're being glass half full here, is that we will get an extra day of rest compared to Philadelphia. Because the games next week are on Saturday and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that we'd actually be playing next Saturday. So we would have essentially a regular week, whereas Philly would be playing on a short week. Niners wearing black is almost like Packers wearing purple. I don't know if it's that bad. If the Niners wore like blue, or you imagine if the Niners, ugh, that'd be just horrific. But yeah, just from the get-go, you could like the offense going 3 and out on the first 2 drives when the defense just really needed a break. And look, Seattle's defense just crushed the 49ers offense. And that's really the story of the game. The Niners defense, we got lucky a bit with 2 missed field goals, but we were able to make some plays, make some, you know, some stops. So, but now we don't even know the status of our linebackers. Like, who's going to be our linebackers? 2-minute, 3rd and 6. We're at our own 24. Purdy's looking. Throws it downfield. Incomplete. Looking for Kittle. 4th and 6. I mean, you clearly just go for it. Because if you don't get it, they probably just kneel it out. Great coverage right there. Man, it's almost like Seattle they know what play we're going to run. Not scared of Philly. I mean, I don't know, Saquon Barkley. I mean, they have weapons. Defense is good too. Purdy crushed as he throws. And Purdy is now slow to get up. Purdy is hurt. Purdy is not getting up. And that's all we need. He got hit by like 3 players. He hit his hand. Jeez. I don't think it was dirty, but okay, Purdy's on the sideline now. I mean, the game is over. Seahawks gonna kneel it out. Purdy, he's up. He walked off. He had blood on his thumb, so hopefully he's okay. But big win for Seattle. They thoroughly deserved it. They were the much better team on the day. Yeah, they got lucky a couple of times, but they were much better. Yeah, they are in victory formation. Defense was good today. Shanahan too timid today, not taking the ball very first. Yeah, I agree. I think that Seattle were the yeah, I think Seattle were the better team. Like they deserved the win. Um, yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna make any excuses. Um, I think the Niners played well, all things considered, defensively. Special teams had a few miscues. I mean, of course, Seattle special teams did as well. Um, but look, all we can hope for now is next week we go on the road. Hopefully get Trent Williams, hopefully Ricky Pearsall, hopefully those two guys can be back for the playoff game. But Seattle, they were the better team today. I mean, realistically, the score probably should have been a lot worse. But yeah, so likely we play at Philadelphia. Other possibilities, albeit unlikely, is we play at Chicago or we play at either Tampa Bay or Carolina. But the most likely is at Philly. Second most likely is going to be probably at the Bears, and then either at Carolina or Tampa Bay. Clinched number one seed. God damn it. We really needed this. Niners team got hurt a lot. Two starting linebackers went out in the game. Of course, we're down all of our defensive guys that we all know and talk about. But yeah, credit to Seattle. They won the game fair and square. I'm going to head on out of here, guys. It's really late here. It's like closing it on 4 in the morning. But thank you guys for joining the stream, for any likes, subscriptions to the channel. I appreciate that. And we will be here next week. 49ers and probably the Eagles, but we will find out tomorrow. But yeah, great win for the Seahawks, and they now have a bye week. A lot of time for them and home field advantage. So 3 night games in a row. Yeah, look, it's a lot, but now we will, whichever team that we play next week, unless it's Tampa Bay or Carolina, we will have a day advantage in terms of rest. So at least that's something. But thank you very much, guys, for being here. Disappointing game. I mean, not the game that we expected at all. I thought the offense would be a lot better. Hopefully Purdy's okay. And but thank you guys for being here. I wish there was more to shout about. The defense did its job. Offense just couldn't keep up. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time.